Hey guys, Marsnaked here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to be taking a look at the new AGL Android 21 and her team versus the Red Zone Fusion ZAMASU, the Boogeyman, the new hardest event in the game, the AoE attacks that invalidate 95% of the units in the game. But we're going to go ahead and try it out. Now, obviously, we will be using items because Android 21 is a unit that gets all of her defensive capabilities, not only the actual raw defense stats, but her dodge chance on super. So she is not a good unit to use against an AoE boss. But we want to see if we can try out her team. Now, funnily enough, I'm recording this intro afterwards. You can see here, this is the team from the previous clear. I did this run on the stream earlier today because I was thinking I would probably have to try out a bunch of different builds and maybe even try her on a different team to see, you know, get some good performance out of her against Fusion ZAMASU. But funnily enough, you know, we did use items to protect from the AoEs, but I literally beat the whole event and defeat Fusion ZAMASU at the end on the first attempt with this team. And considering we have free-to-play Android 18 on the team, as well as the fact that my physical Evil 21 is 55% and my Android 21 is 69%, I would say that was pretty good. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump in and actually see the run. Right, we'll start by using her team. We don't get her on the first turn. Interesting. Now, the problem with her team is there's just going to be a ton of units that are just absolutely not good at, like, the AoEs, right? So, I think what we really need to do is... See, she's not great against the AoEs. Her not being on turn 1 is actually really annoying, because if the Android 21s were on turn 1 and turn 2, then it would be a no-brainer that, like, we just throw up the Whis. They're both got a little bit of extra protection, but... you know, I guess we'll see how this is going to play out here. I mean, obviously, Gamma 1 here in slot 1, having the Whis active is pretty good because it allows him to get built up. Now that he's supered as well, like, his defense should be pretty good. We've obviously got the Android support from the 18, the free-to-play 18 as well. So, yeah, she still takes 36k. That's not too bad. How much are you taking from this now? With some build-up and the Whis. Okay, double digits good. That's what we like to see. And then Evil 21. Obviously no big bad bosses. But remember, she is going to carry over her stacks from her supers to the next turn, which will be very beneficial. Because her and the Gamma 1 next to each other, obviously she's not getting big bad bosses, but at least they do have Android Assault. Their defense will be relatively good. 18 doing 0 damage, let's go. Okay. And of course the AoE is in slot 1, because why wouldn't it be? Right, well, we do have Toon, the Giga Whale, Android 21 friend, who is built for full dodge and is rainbow, so, you know, she might dodge the AoE, who knows? We've obviously got Toa. Ideally, we need her to get a bunch of dodges so she builds up her passive. The Whis is still active, so Bulma will be fine in slot 1. Bulma pretty much unkillable in slot 1 with the Whis active, right? Yeah, a whole 0 damage. Nerf that 18 immediately. Well, hey, you think that's great? She's going to get an easy A at some point. Hopefully in this celebration. And then I feel like she will actually be a solid addition to the team, but we'll see. 6.78 on turn 1. That's not too bad. With the, I mean, she's got a lot of support, to be fair. But I see a lot of people's like biggest complaint about 21 is her low damage. But as I said in the videos that we've done so far, I think the fact that she can do so many attacks does obviously kind of make up for that a little bit. And then once she is transformed, those attacks are all healing you as well. So, how much is this going to do? Dodge this? Yeah, let's go. Because after supering, she gets the 50% chance to dodge. And that's what we like to see. She literally dodged 50% of the attacks as well. But the important thing is, she dodged the super. So, that's what we like to see. Toa with the 0 damage. Okay. I'm guessing she dodged the AoE, right? Because we lost basically no health this turn. So, that actually worked out quite nicely. So I guess we're doing this. Man. What's her defense? 248. Yeah, see, this is the only problem with these characters that just aren't built for these AoEs. It's like, I have to use an item now, again, right? Because if I don't, like, Gamma will be fine. But Android 21, she's taken, like, what, 250k from his AoE? Which isn't necessarily the end of the world, but then if you combine that with, then, like, you know, Gamma 1 potentially getting supered in slot 1, a bunch of other things that could happen on this turn, it's not ideal. And the problem is, I've mentioned this in other videos where we've done the ZAMASU event, but the problem is if you've then used both of your items in the first phase, then you get to the physical phase, and it's like, sure, he doesn't do AoEs anymore, but he does a super attack that will basically one-shot, like, so many of the units in the game. And if you don't get one-shot, like, you survive with very low HP. So not having any items left for the second phase is pretty scary. But, you know, we'll see how we get on here. We'll see, this is obviously my 21 is 1 dupe, 69%, level 10 links. So we'll see how she does here against ZAMASU. 609 is the first super. I mean, this is her first turn, so pretty good. Remember, if we want to get the best RNG, she needs to do 3 attacks in the first turn. So can we get a hidden potential? We do not. Because once you get that 3rd attack in the first turn, that then activates that other part of her passive. And then she'll get another attack, which is quite good. 5.1 for evil. My evil margin 21 is only 55% as well, so I think that's pretty decent. Alright, so yeah, I want to make sure we finish him off this turn, so we'll get these so that we get the additional super for Bulma. And then we'll do this. See if Toon's full dodge 21 can come in clutch here again. Bulma with the dodge. 21 with the dodge. And then 9k. Because remember, the free-to-play Android 18, her stats increase as each turn passes. So she took the AoE for, what was it, like 33k on the first turn, and then she took it for a couple of thousand on this turn. So it's pretty good. Yeah, 21 gets the attack break thing. It is only one time. Like, it's when she does the 6th super. She gets the attack break, and then... But that is an interesting point, yeah. Like, post-super, against bosses that don't do AoEs, post-super she has the 50% dodge chance, which is potentially more useful than just having 21% damage reduction. Because if she gets supered by ZAMASU, he does like 2 million damage. So 20% off of that is what, like 400k? So it's still 1.6, you still die. But it depends on her defense, obviously. Like, but I've seen her get up to like 1 million defense, but a 1.6 super is still going to do 600k. So it is interesting, right? Like, ooh. Now this is interesting because we're going to have to... See, now we don't have any items to spare. We just kind of have to wing it. And the problem is going to be if he supers in slot 1, because I could try doing this, but like, yeah, this is going to be sketchy. It's very possible that we just get destroyed here now, but because him not AoEing in slot 1 for a change is quite nice, but I mean, Gamma 1 does do a pretty solid amount of damage, especially with the support from Toa, but I think he needs to crit, and potentially even then, I don't know if that's enough here. No, nowhere near. He did double super, though. He's trying. Can you imagine if these were both crits? I don't know, would that be enough? Crit on this one. Let's see what the damage is like. He didn't. If they were double crits, we probably would have killed him. Yeah, so 291k is how much she takes. Toa, built up now, because she got her 3 dodges, takes double-digit damage. That's crazy. That's with no item active. But yeah, obviously my 21 is only 69%. So, you know. Alright, so now this is where things start to get interesting / tricky. Although we do get the Icarus go off. I mean, we've made it this far without taking a ton of damage, so that's pretty good. I do really want to transform 21 though, just because Big Bad Bosses. So I think we probably will do that. Because Big Bad Bosses is going to be very important here, I think. In fact, you know what? Let's get the transformation in here. Plus, this is Toon Rainbow Boy. Yeah, new 21 combined with Rosé. I'm definitely going to do a video about the using 21s on the Rosé team. So it gives us a nice full heal. Now we have Big Bad Bosses active. We have our entire Link set active now. Because what's the only one she doesn't have? Is it Brainiacs? Yeah, which obviously Bulma does have. So 21, start of turn, is at 450k defense, and the evil 21 is 523. That's pretty good. Alright, let's see how we go. Immediately getting super attacked, okay. How much does Bulma take this for? In slot 1. 344. Wow, the good thing is, who heals us on their super attack? 5% with each super. So, these are one of those, this is going to be one of those useful situations now, where she should be coming in clutch with the heals. So, first super is already over 1 million defense. Wait, really? I thought when you get the... So is the on super buff from their passive that incorporates all of the support and everything? Look at that. She's up to 10.6 as well on the second super. See, again, people say that, like, her damage is unimpressive. But, like, 10.6. She did 2 supers. We got a 10% heal off of both of those put together. I mean, sadly, she did only do 2. When you can have turns where she does, like, 4. But I'd say that's pretty good. And then 21 here with the double super. Or evil 21, I should say. She takes double-digit damage. We did have the Icarus active on that turn, to be completely fair. But I'd say that was pretty good. And then this is my 69% one. Sadly, no Big Bad Bosses. But she's still at 347k. There is a lot of support as well in the rotation, of course, because we have the physical 18. It's giving 50% defense to power absorption androids. But yeah, honestly, it's not too bad. This hasn't, like, played out too badly so far. So yeah, we'll see. Alright, you get to super first. Obviously, the worst case scenario here is he supers Android 18. Android 18 honestly still actually might get clapped. I'm not really sure. Her post-super defense isn't terrible, but obviously if she gets supered, she's just immediately dead. So, we'll see what happens here. But yeah, just all of these, like if we needed any HP, it's like all of these are giving us 5% HP. So we are on full health as of right now. And then yeah, we almost got the 4 super turn. Oh no, he's actually going to super Android 18. Are you kidding me? Bro, why are you like this? Oh, he doesn't even need to super her. Oh, he didn't. Let's go. Alright. Oh, this is going to be a spicy turn. Okay. So, oh yeah, this is going to be great. So let's go ahead and do this. And we'll grab all of these, get a nice full heal. Get the big stat and support buff. So 21's got her support. She's only got 3 links active here though. But we'll go ahead and throw out the active skill. So we get the action break at the start of the turn. Maybe that will be a super since he didn't super last turn. So Go ahead and do this. Yeah, and then 21 still heals at the end of the turn as well. If you're at 60% or less HP, right, you get a big heal. So, yeah, this is what I'm saying, right? I think 21 is a really good unit because of the utility that she has. If you just want units that do loads of attacks and do big numbers, then she's not necessarily the best. But, like, I think she's pretty good. Right, so action break. I'm going to choose to believe that was the super if he doesn't super us here. Because since he didn't super the entirety of the last turn, I would imagine that the slot 1 was going to be the super. But obviously we'll see. In fact, we might even kill him this turn depending on how 21 does. Obviously she's missing a lot of her big attack power links though, so... I mean, he still hasn't supered, so as far as I'm concerned, that slot 1 was a super. There's no way he did all of those attacks last turn, and then after like 4 attacks on this turn, still hasn't super attacked me. So... I mean, she's still getting up close to 10 million, despite only, despite not having big bad bosses and stuff active. That's pretty good. Oh, we didn't get the kill. Well, Toa... How much would she take from a normal here? Imagine if he actually did then just super at the end of the turn and supered Toa. Oh, Toa with the double super. You love to see it. Look at that. Why not show the defense after the active? I should have done that, yeah. I forgot that you use it and she gets all of her defense. But, I mean, damn. Someone can tell us. Olgator's good with the calcs. So she had, what, 350 start of turn? And then when you use the active skill, you get all your on-defense buffs. But yeah, I mean, we obviously, again, this is like, it always comes down to this whole thing in the community now. True, Toa was super effective, yep, from Bulma's support. So yeah, Toa with the W. Can't spell Toa without W, true. Yeah, so it comes back to this whole thing in the community that, you know, you see people saying now where it's like, oh, units or teams are bad if you have to use items. But, I mean, you know, there you go. First attempt against Fusion ZAMASU with a team that is, I would say, definitely far from being like the optimal team for beating him. We used free-to-play Android 18, who took 180k from 2 normals. But yeah, I would say that that was a pretty impressive run. I was going to try multiple different builds or multiple different runs in this video because I assumed that it wasn't going to go very well. But I would say that was pretty good. I mean, we saw her take... What did my one take in the first turn when she didn't... when she got hit by the AoE? It was like 228 or something like that. Now, obviously, that's going to be the big thing for her, right? Is against AoE bosses, she's not going to be great. But that's just how every unit in the game works now who gets their defensive power on super. She gets her defense on super. She gets 50% chance to dodge after she supers. I mean, we saw Toon's one dodge a super like 2 turns in a row after supering, which is pretty good. So, yeah, I mean, there are teams that can no item ZAMASU, but it is hard because the AoE is such a pain. So, I mean, yeah, I would say that was a pretty good showing, especially considering my Evil 21 is 55%. We've got a free-to-play unit on the team. We've got a type disadvantage support unit. And then, yeah, my 21 is 69%, the AGL one. So, there you go. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Has your opinion changed on 21 at all after having seen her in-game? Like I say, I think the #1 complaint that I saw from people was that she doesn't do enough damage. But on some of these setups, like we've seen her getting to 10 million attack, she can do multiple of those. But as I said, that's not really what her role on the team is. She's providing a lot of this utility. I think she's really good. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.